Borussia Dortmund get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way.
Del Piero will be relishing this game to showcase his many talents.
The guy's just class, isn't he?
Yeah, I think the only way to stop him is to get players around him quickly. If there's any standing off, then he'll dish up some severe punishment.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Plays a sharp little ball here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And Cruyff! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Borussia Dortmund with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is a crunching tackle. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Luis Suarez. An uncompromising challenge. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great chance! Danger averted for now. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Now it's Cruyff. And it's Neymar. Neymar. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's only too happy to take that back. Del Piero is onto this. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Looking to play him in. Rui Costa. Tries to pass it through. Played into space out wide. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bernardo Silva. And that's been won straight back. Luis Suarez! Pedri. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's gone loose. Back into the middle. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Rivaldo. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And here's Ronaldinho. Spread it left. Very nicely done. Stood up well to him there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. 15 minutes till half-time. Can he get on the end of this? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Now it's Del Piero. Great vision. And this is Rivaldo. Neymar. And the shot! Davids. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And he's quick to get it clear again. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Luis Suarez. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Adams. Ronaldinho. And Cruyff! Now, who's going to be first to this? Cross into the box. Cross deflected behind for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Shot at goal! Celtic have the chance to go the other way. Rivaldo. And the return pass. And it's Del Piero. And here's Rivaldo. Maradona. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cannavaro gets it clear. Ronaldinho. Now it's Rui Costa. And he's away. And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Borussia Dortmund ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So off we go once more.
Borussia Dortmund clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He can get that clear. Can he spark a counter here? Not the most accurate pass. Rivaldo.
Borussia Dortmund couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Rijkaard. Rivaldo. Bernardo Silva is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Rivaldo. Now it's Neymar. Rui Costa. Pedri. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Now that looks a decent ball. Ronaldinho is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, sweet feet. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neymar was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Del Piero goes on a charge down the left. And he's been shifted off it. Real chance! Has another go! Goal! Maradona duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Bernardo Silva. And here's Neymar. Maradona takes a shot! Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Threads one in. Oh, good take. Big chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Baresi getting this one clear. And here's Rivaldo. And this is Neymar. Short changes him with that pass. He's in a great position here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Ronaldinho receives it in a wide position.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Ronaldinho. Now there's a fight. He's having a shot! It's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Celtic can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Borussia Dortmund grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's there to belt it away. Still anyone's game this, one moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Rui Costa. That is good alertness. Into the last 5 minutes. And it's Azar. Yamal.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pass somewhat off target.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Time added on will be 2 minutes. That's a nicely shaped ball. Cruyff! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bellingham. Azar. Nicely weighted ball. And time is up. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Ronaldinho picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Borussia Dortmund can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, for a defender, Peter, Andy Robertson's style of play is more akin to that of a wing-back or even a wide attacker. Time after time, you see him make those overlaps, those marauding runs, providing support, the essential piece in any team looking to play on the front foot.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Rijkaard. De Jong. And it's Kaka. Pele. And that's a dangerous ball. Rijkaard. Oh, they can break here. Cruyff. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. And it's Kaka. And here's Mbappe. Davids. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Raul. And he cuts out the supply. Davids. And it's Rui Costa. And here's Suarez. Looking for options for movement. Real chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! The breakthrough strike. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Borussia Dortmund have penetrated for the first time. Kaka!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Just eases him off the ball.
Pele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's De Jong. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's there to belt it away. Davids. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face to face with his great rival. That's a good run down the left. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Sao Paulo look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Now it's Pele. Oh, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And it's Robertson. Cross from Roberts. He gets big. They've done it. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Kaka plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Opts for safety, all the way back. Check. And no, that was never going to make it. De Jong. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. And it's claimed by the keeper. Sao Paulo do have a chance to counter here. Robertson. This is De Jong. Kaká. Davids spots it and intercepts. It's a pretty loose pass. Couldn't squeeze it through. And this is Cruyff. Well read, nice interception. Rijkaard. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai drives forward on the overlap. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Borussia Dortmund get the second half started. Rui Costa cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And this is Cruyff. Kaká. Now Mbappe. Now it's Pelé. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Kaká. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Davids. Mbappe. Now it's Pelé. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Luis Suarez. And that's a throw-in. Rijkaard. Kaká. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ronaldinho. And it's Roberto Carlos.
That's good play from him.
He's shifting through the gears here. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. Pinches it off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rui Costa looking to penetrate opposition lines. They're urging him to take the shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's a
Chance for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Borussia Dortmund really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Sao Paulo choosing to make the first change. Now it's Cruyff. De Jong is always scanning the pitch for targets. Rijkaard. Now it's Aubameyang.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Robertson cuts it out. Messi looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Aubameyang. And he's got the beating of his man. Can he get onto this? Szoboszlai, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Not the best distribution from the keeper. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Azar. And it's De Jong. Messi. Szoboszlai.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Now it's Pelé. Now it's Aubameyang. Well seen, saw that coming. It's run loose here.
Sao Paulo really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Hazard knocks it into space. Looking for the run. And this is Luis Suarez. Now then, and the shot! He is through here. It's a mighty effort. And that would have won it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Rijkaard clears it away. And the shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Rui Costa really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Borussia Dortmund are making a change now. Rummenigge. He came in hard, very hard.
Borussia Dortmund really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Szoboszlai. And it's De Jong. And here's Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Davids did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And the number on the board is 3. Puyol. Oh, super ball. Neymar. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's managed to get free. Neymar. Soboslai. And time is up. Borussia Dortmund pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, that's what you call a job well done. The hosts didn't make it easy. There was a fair bit of battling they had to do, but they stuck at it.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, we're about to watch a terrific defender in Carlos Puyol. He'll lead by example and continually organise his appetite. And
Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Cruyff. And he skips past his man. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, that has not gone well. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Messi. Great vision. Goes for a shot!
This is the time you need that pace.
Quality ball. Aubameyang. It's a promising position. Here it is. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Vasco da Gama! A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that has been cut short. Over to the left. Aubameyang. Knocks it into space. He's got away. There's the delivery. Out of play for a goal kick. Rijkaard is there and he can pick it up. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Vasco da Gama ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pinches it off him. And that is out of play. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Tries to pass it through. Oh, this is a Luis Suarez! They want to be quick to recover this. Long ball looking to counter.
Borussia Dortmund are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Ronaldinho. Vasco da Gama looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Rui Costa, driving forward. Nicely spread. That's a lovely pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's Ronaldinho. That is a great pick out. And the shot! It's in! Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He's having a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Vasco da Gama have the chance to go the other way. Kaka. Played out to the left flank. He's on it. Can he get away?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And here's Cruyff. Threads one in. Thinks about the shot. It's a pretty loose pass. Ronaldinho. And he's managed to get free. And this is Luis Suarez. Distributed tidily. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. Borussia Dortmund kick off the second half. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cruyff was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Quero gets over and intercepts. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Vasco da Gama take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Aubameyang gets into some space. Cruyff. Davids. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. And it's Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's well spotted. Aimed beyond the defence. Not the most accurate pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Tries to play it through. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? He has found the way through. That's the keeper's ball. Aubameyang is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Belletti. Messi. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ronaldinho.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Decent progress down the left. And this is Luis Suarez. Shoots! Oh, taken with style. It's level again. What a match we have.
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
As simple as you like. The outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got 2 strong teams of fairly...
And Bebeto! Goal! Vasco da Gama! Into the lead once more. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Vasco did... Oh, there's the shot! It's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Simplicity itself.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
He has a look up. The ball's a header! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And this is Messi. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Kaka. And he's taking no chances there. Rijkaard. That is good alertness. Now it's Bebeto. Luis Suarez looking to add to his goal. And this is Cruyff. Shapes to shoot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Oh, what a mistake! He's found the way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos plays it short. And it's Roberto Carlos. Engages and forces him off the ball. Denilson hurtling down that right flank. Denilson providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's managed to gift it back. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cannavaro clears it away. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Borussia Dortmund have won it by sheer force of character as winning team. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overload.
Pele! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Pele has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
He has found the way through, and that is expertly dealt with. Plays a sharp little ball here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Cruyff.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Ruben Neves, can qualify as football's equivalent to a quarterback, Peter, especially when it comes to hitting his targets with those long-range passes. There's no doubt who is the creative brain in this side.
Well, he would be the obvious. Shoots! Ronaldinho! He really is something! About as smooth as it gets! Oh, that is out of this world. Terrific improvisation and execution.
The execution here was absolutely awesome. They should be erecting a statue in his honour for that.
Borussia Dortmund have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is It's Ronaldinho! Has another go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rui Costa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And they're quick to get it back. Looking for options for movement. And that could set him on his way. He's got away. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. In towards the back stick. Oh, well played, well played. Can he get it through? Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, there's the clearance. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Cruyff. Oh, well played. Schneider. Now it's Pele. Now it's Mbappe. Maradona. And he's and the shot! He scores! Sporting are all square. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
And he welcomes it in. Ronaldinho! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And they get themselves in front! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Borussia Dortmund go into the lead. Rijkaard tries to pass it through, and it's made its way to him. And that has been clubbed away. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Rui Costa. Schneider. Pele. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. This is a chance for Borussia Dortmund to break. Now it's Ronaldinho. Threads one in. He's found a way through. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Ruben Neves. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they've...
It's Ronaldinho! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Rui Costa. He's gone for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Rui Costa, really...
And the first half is done. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Borussia Dortmund are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund.
Cruyff! And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that was vital. Roberto Carlos.
That's good play from him.
Now that looks a decent ball. That's the keeper's ball. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Ronaldinho! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Roberto Carlos. And here's Ronaldinho. It's Rui Costa! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Pele. Oh, sweet feet. Hangs in across. Oh, shooting chance! No mistake! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Takes a shot! Oh, he's been... That's another chance! Lacking in accuracy.
There they go, hunting again.
And here's Mbappe. Pele. Very nicely done. He's tried one! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Davids attempts a clearance. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. No, he's just misjudged that one. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Could move up a gear here. Rui Costa. And that's really well manoeuvred. Elects to cross. Luis Suarez! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Pele can see things others simply cannot. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Alexander-Arnold. Ruben Neves. Knocks it into space. Wriggles his way through.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Great vision. And this is Maradona. They've won a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Guardiola! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He can get that clear. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's through, now is he in? Ronaldinho. A lot. Ronaldinho! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Rui Costa. He's in a good position here. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest. And the finish! Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could well be it! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Borussia Dortmund take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to...
Oh, what has happened here? Real chance here. Shot at goal! They've scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Borussia Dortmund could not have picked a better time. It's Maradona! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And time is up. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Yeah, just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a promising position. Oh, sweet feet. Crossed into the box. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Cruyff. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Platini. And here's Veron. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's in a great position here. Oh, just big chance! Chance for a shot! That's another chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Chelsea are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he rises! That's going to go a long way. Ibrahimovic. Cafu. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this real chance! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! Borussia Dortmund! Into the lead once more. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Borussia Dortmund take the lead. Opts for safety. Ronaldinho powering forward here. And this is face-to-face with the keeper. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's Rui Costa. Ah, that's a fine interception. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Tries to play it through. He's having a shot! And it's come back out to him. He has done it! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Some heroic... And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. There's the whistle. Borussia Dortmund cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. And no, he's seen through all of that. And here's the chance to counter. He's in plenty of space here. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Luis Suarez. Always onto this. He has found the way through. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. And that has been cleared. And the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Rijkaard gets it away. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Oh, super find. Yamal. Oh, lovely. Yamal!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Borussia Dortmund do have a chance to counter here. The muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Stood up well to him there. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but...
Chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Lovely pass, but can he get there? No, he refuses to take the bait. Pinged towards the front line. That has been cut short. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Deftly away. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Davids. And this is Batistuta. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Luis Suarez. Nice bit of trickery. And that pass just didn't quite work. That's really well cleared. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cannavaro. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, that's fabulous. That's tidy. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pinches it off him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Roberto Carlos. Davids. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Roberto Carlos does well to get it back. And here's Suarez. Baresi cuts out the pass. And now they can clear their lines.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, they've got it again. Roberto Carlos plays the return pass. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Now that's well seen too. Played back to the goalkeeper. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He is through here. Bruno Fernandes. Great chance!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Substitution in progress.
And we're underway again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Now it's Cruyff. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And the counter is on. It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Torres. Bergkamp. And the flag has stayed down. And that has been knocked clear. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Passes short and sharp, looking for the run. Now it's Torres. Shapes to shoot! And it's a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Corinthians have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Just about up to the hour now. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And that's another good win of the ball. And it's Cruyff. Maldini. Cruyff is in a really good position out wide.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Corner number 2 then. Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Borussia Dortmund have their third corner.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Searching pass he's played there. Oh, look at Judge, surely! He's scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Corinthians are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And this is Luis Suarez. And he welcomes it in. Fernando Torres. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's played through for him. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. He's got away. Oh, he's got a shot at goal!
Substitutions taking place.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Well, that has not gone well. Serginho. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Luis Suarez. And here's Cruyff. And this is Luis Suarez. And he gets rid in a hurry. Bruno Fernandes. Can he get it through? He's through here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ronaldinho. Now, can they get him away? Nicked it back promptly. And here's Rui Costa. And a chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And we're done. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. And already we're underway here. Borussia Dortmund cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Rui Costa producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Ronaldinho, he's shifting through the gears here. Ronaldinho! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. That's a smartly directed ball. And no, that was never going to make it. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Pedri. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and...
Shot, surely! Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Bellingham. Cruyff. Rui Costa takes a shot! Tonali. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now Tonali. Turns back here, probably the best option. Bellingham. Pedri. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Baresi. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Luis Suarez. Ronaldinho. And he's been shifted off it. Pedri. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Now it's Mbappe. Rui Costa. And it's Neymar. Great vision. And that is expertly dealt with. Cannavaro. And it's Davids. Rui Costa. That is lovely. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And this is Luis Suarez. And the ball's come loose here. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Now it's Ronaldinho. Goes for a shot! Rui Costa knocks it into space. Tries the cross. Oh, what a climb! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Pedri. For Palmer. Tries to play it through. Mbappe. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Davids. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This looks promising. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Can he get on the end of this? Roberto Carlos. Rui Costa. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Mbappe. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Luis Suarez. He's got away. Oh, that was vital. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Borussia Dortmund have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a good ball out wide. Suarez gets into some space, skims one in, and he's taking no chances there. And the counter is on. Borussia Dortmund come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
It's Ronaldinho! It's in!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Borussia Dortmund penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
Rice. Shot could be on. Try. And the shot! Corinthians with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been knocked clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Corinthians appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
De Ligt.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Oh, that's an excellent interception. Pedri could move up a gear here, and he's managed to get free.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take...
Can he finish? He has done it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Borussia Dortmund perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And it's Palmer. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Koulibaly. And it's Pedri. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Rui Costa. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe receives it, shapes to shoot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, you could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
And he's gone looking for safety. Oh, shooting chance! Koller. And it's Bellingham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Rijkaard. Borussia Dortmund getting so close now, and importantly with this significant advantage. You would think this is it.
Well, late drama notwithstanding, Peter, but they've got this far because of their consistency, and I can't really see things changing.
Pass is just off target. Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Bellingham. Rice. It's Bellingham. Pedri. Pedri powering forward here. Good take, and is he in? And a chance! They've scored! And what a climax we have here! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Corinthians are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Corinthians give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
And that will be the final act. Borussia Dortmund are going up, and now they can dream. How would you summarise what... Borussia Dortmund get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7, an undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well,
he's having a shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Saka has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And here's Cruyff. And this is Rui Costa. Played it. There's the header!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Ødegaard. Subimendi. Rice. And here's Trossard. Calafiori gets into some space. Climbs up big! Goal! Arsenal! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Borussia Dortmund finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Maldini. Rui Costa. Nice interception, well timed.
Cruyff really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Arsenal finding their passes. Rui Costa can so cleverly bypass the press. Rui Costa. Timber getting this one clear. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Timber. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball.
Can he finish? That's a lovely, neat pass. Rui Costa. So, what can they make of this? And it's Rui Costa. Trossard. Merino. Oh, that's delightful. And here's Ødegaard. Calafiori picks it up out wide. That is lovely.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, well measured. Saliba gets across to intercept that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Merino. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's